What's up, guys? Today we're talking about strength training for runners. I'm going to show you my absolute favorite thing to do with the dumbbells and a great workout to go along with it. Alright, so as mentioned, we're going to want a set of dumbbells for today's movement, which is what we call a man maker. The man maker is super important to us because of how many different ranges of motion we actually see throughout the movement, and it challenges and reinforces some really important movement patterns that we really encourage for running. Just to kind of talk about the movement in itself, what we have is we've got a push-up, we've got a row, both of which are super important for posture and arm swing mechanics. We've also got a deadlift of sorts for posture and midline awareness. We've got a squat for hip strength and stability, which is obviously super important for a runner. We've got an overhead press, which is also great to challenge the shoulder strength and T-spine mobility. So as you can see, there's so many moving parts in this thing, and that's why we love it. And as a bonus, it's also extremely aerobically taxing. So the amount of movement that occurs throughout one single rep is pretty large, and that's why we end up seeing so much aerobic stimulus out of this as well. So the workout we're going to do, I'll talk you through it right now. What we're going to do is we're going to do 3 sets where we're going to do 5 man makers, which we'll go over in a sec. And then a 400-meter run. And we want you to time each set. So set 1 you could think of as your slow set. You're going to rest 3 minutes after that. Set 2, you're going to be considering that your medium set, so you're going to go medium speed and intensity for that one. Rest 3 minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and do that last set as hard as we can, and we're going to see how quickly we can get through this with also keeping a good eye on our mechanics through the man maker as well. So let's dig into the man maker itself. Alright, so let's work our way into the actual movement, the man maker. The 2 things we need, 1 is a set of dumbbells, 2 is a ground. So we're good with that. Setup position, we're actually just going to have the dumbbells set up to be about shoulder width. You'll see why in a second. The actual movement, like I mentioned, has a lot of moving pieces, so we'll work our way through each of them kind of in segments, and then we'll piece it all together at the end. The first thing that we have is a push-up. So we come over to the top of our dumbbells. We're going to put our hands right down on the dumbbells. And I'm going to go out to actually a little wider stance than I'm used to. So I usually have my feet together in a push-up. I'm going to go about shoulder width for this, and I'll explain why in a bit. So my push-up, I'm going to bring my chest and my hips down to the floor, and then I'm coming back up. In terms of actual movement, this is one of the opportunities for us to drill posture and arm swing mechanics. And the big thing with that is that we want to keep our spine neutral as we go through our push-up. So what that means is that when I'm touching the ground, I don't want any sort of movement along my spine. Ideally, as I come and touch, my back stays nice and flat as I go through the movement. For the arm swing mechanic, the reason that we like push-up so much is that you can see the kind of relationship of the push-up to an arm swing as well. So those are the 2 big things in our push-up. Following the push-up, we're going to do the row. The row, this is where the wider stance is going to come in to help. The wider stance allows me a little more balance as I come onto one side for each of my dumbbell pulls. And this, again, like the push-up, has a big kind of postural thing, importance to it, and arm swing. So with the pull, now, what we're talking about is I'm trying to keep my chest and my hips square to the ground as I go through these. So what I don't want to do is crank out to the side. Can I keep myself nice and square as I come to bring the dumbbell up to my chest and back down like so? That's the row portion. Like the push-up, you try and stay really neutral, and you only want to move from the shoulder when you're doing that as well. So keep those 2 things in mind. Push-up, row. Then we're going to walk our feet up. Now our job is to jump the dumbbell up to our shoulders. Here we're going to go into the squat and press, also called a thruster. So I'm coming down to my squat, and I'm going up overhead to finish. Couple performance things in that. The squat, I want my feet to stay flat on the ground, so I don't want to come up onto my toes when I go down into my squat. I also want to keep my back nice and flat, so I don't want a rounded out back. I'm trying to keep my elbows up high as I go full depth into my squat. As I start to stand, I'm going to accelerate at the very end to push the dumbbells up overhead. My finish position for my press, I'm looking to make sure that my spine is staying neutral. I'm not arching out super hard in order to achieve that overhead position. I'm looking to make sure I keep my ribs down and my abs on. My hips are forward as well. So that's each piece of the movement. What it looks like at full speed is this. Again, my dumbbells are set up at shoulder width. I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna kick my feet back to my push-up. Push-up. If I'm not already wide, I wanna get wide. Row, row, jump my feet up, jump, squat, overhead. That would have been one man maker. In terms of the workout that we're doing today, the 3 sets, 5 man makers, so 5 of what we were just talking about, and then a 400-meter run. Each set, you're gonna try and increase the intensity and the speed. So my first set, I'm looking to do all of my man makers and my running, kind of slow and methodical, making sure I'm really hitting all those performance points we were just talking about. My second set, I'm gonna increase the speed a bit. I'm gonna go probably medium speed. Third set, you can really let it fly. As we go through each set though, never sacrifice position for intensity or speed. I'm always looking to move well and I'm testing how quickly I can do it. All right, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please be sure to let us know by hitting the like button below. Also, we're happy to answer any questions you guys have as well if you guys want to write those into the comments or if you have requests for future videos as well. We have a ton of stuff on our channel, whether it be strength training or injury prevention or anything else that we feel like is really important for you as a runner. So all of those videos are located on our page, which you can subscribe to here on our YouTube channel. Also, we have a free gift for you for making it this far. If you want to dig a little deeper into your strength training and stuff as a runner, we do have an actual strength training little program that we can send you for free. If you go into the video here in the screen, you can be taken to the place where you can enter in your name and your email address so we can send that out to you as well. If you happen to be on a mobile device, you can go into the link in the description and it'll take you to the same place where you can put in your name, your email address, and we'll send that out to you as quickly as we can. And thank you so much for watching this video, guys. We're gonna have a lot more stuff coming for you, so we'll see you in the next one.